This is our climate change webcast. From 1880 to 2012, there is a linear warming trend of 0.85 degrees Celsius for land and ocean average temperatures. Spatially, the warming trends are closer to the Earth's surface. Over time, temperature trends have been increasing. In Michigan, temperature is projected to be much warmer under high emissions and under low emissions, like states in the South. This will cause the levels of the Great Lakes to decrease. Higher emissions will reduce the levels of the lakes at a greater rate. In the stratosphere, there has been a cooling trend. This is due to ozone depletion and CO2 being highly emissive. There has been an increase in precipitation in eastern parts of North and South America, northern Europe, and northern Central Asia. There is drying in Sahel, the Mediterranean, southern Africa, and parts of southern Asia.
There has been an increase in the frequency and intensity of heavy precipitation in North America, Central America, and Europe. There has been a decrease in Australia and Western Asia. The amount of warm days and warm nights have increased, while the number of cold days and cold nights have been declining. An increase in the minimum temperature is bad for heat wave mortality rates because the nights are getting warmer, which isn't allowing for cooling, and the body is not getting a chance to recover from the heat. The surface of the ocean is experiencing the greatest amount of warming. Ocean surface temperatures have increased between 0.09 degrees Celsius and 0.13 degrees Celsius per decade from 1971 to 2010. Sea levels are on the rise. Warmer temperatures are causing glaciers and ice sheets to melt. As oceans warm, the water itself also expands, contributing to the sea level rise. This table shows sources of sea level rise. Thermal expansion, glaciers and ice caps, the Greenland ice sheet, the Antarctic ice sheet are all reasons why the sea level is rising.
The cryosphere. In the last few decades, there have been a decrease in the ice mass of glaciers due to an increasing in melting. The mean annual Arctic ice is decreasing at a rate of 3.5 to 4.1% per decade and 9.4 to 13.6% in the summer. The permafrost is melting, which is evidence that the climate is changing and warming up. Here you'll find 4 different graphs: the northern hemisphere spring snow cover and Arctic summer sea ice extent, both showing a downward trend of snow cover and ice cover. Graphs C and D both show an upward trend with the change in global average upper ocean heat content and global average sea level change.
Carbon and other biogeochemical cycles. In 2011, the concentration of carbon dioxide was 391 parts per million, methane was 1,803 parts per billion, and nitrous oxide was 324 parts per billion. These exceed the highest concentrations in the past 800,000 years. The pH of the ocean has decreased by 0.1, making it more acidic. Climate models. Equilibrium climate sensitivity is a change in global mean surface temperature caused by doubling of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If radiative forcing factors were constant, there would still be a warming trend in the ocean over the next 2 decades of 0.1 degrees Celsius per decade. Global mean surface temperature changed by 2100 according to the 4 representative concentration pathways, or RCPs. RCP 2.6 predicts a rise of 0.3 to 1.7 degrees Celsius. RCP 4.5 predicts a rise of 1.1 to 2.6 degrees Celsius. RCP 6.0 predicts a rise of 1.4 to 3.1 degrees Celsius. And RCP 8.5 predicts a rise of 2.6 to 4.8 degrees Celsius by the year 2100.